All right, so justification. Somebody brought that up to my attention, and I realized that something that I can share with you is that as empaths, we justify a lot. And the reason behind that is we carry a lot of love and light energy, and that's actually what our comfort zone is. And what happens is we recognize the good in everyone and everything. Okay, that's our heart space. Okay, so sometimes though, however, that becomes a behavioral pattern for us unconsciously because we were born with that love and light, and we were in touch with that love and light from a very young age. Very subconsciously, it turns into a habit where you end up excusing things away or justifying things away. So I would say just be conscious of it. Okay, so start paying attention to what you are excusing away in your own life, and also what excuses are you coming up with for other people around you and for the things around you, for the experiences that you're walking through. Um, the third dimensional side of you here on earth needs to know how to set boundaries. You need to know that those behaviors are not acceptable and it's not okay in your life. Okay. So, for example, let's say that you have a boyfriend who treats you like extremely well, but there are times that he can just be extremely abusive, either verbally, physically, or whatever. So for us, since we see the lighter side of people, what we do is we excuse that behavior away. What you need to recognize is the fact that it's not acceptable, right? It's you don't need to get beat up all the time. You don't need to take that abuse from that person. Eventually, once you start developing the belief that you deserve so much more, you will start attracting someone who is more in alignment with you, live in the heart space, and always choosing to be with love and light. So just a side note here, once you start establishing your own boundaries and know what's acceptable for you and what's not, and also learn that you're worth so much more, what happens is that other person may change. And if that person doesn't change and you're no longer in alignment anymore, you won't feel a loss in separating from the person. It would just be a very natural process that you're just going to part ways on very good terms. If in fact this person is your soulmate, and who's supposed to kind of help you, like not help you, but like co-walk this path you're on, then that person may change because you're owning yourself and your truth. So that's going to send the energy to that person where that person's going to start owning their truth, so that you guys can both live in love and light. But make sure whatever you do, though, focus on yourself. Do not focus on the other person. Don't go try to change that other person just because you're in fear of losing that person.